There's 5 questions you need to ask yourself before picking up your first electric scooter. Number 1, is the company gonna stick around? How fast can it go? What's the hill climbing ability? How far can it go? And how does it compare to other brands? So let's start with number 1. Is the company gonna stick around?
Yadea.
No one knows that for sure, but these guys are making steps that would tell me that they're gonna be around for a little while. And they're a worldwide brand with over 10 years of experience. They actually have a bunch of products. They got motorcycles, mopeds, scooters, and bikes. And they actually have a very nice website. That's always just a good thing that I like to see. Towards the bottom, they have all their contact information for customer service. Now, I reviewed a few of their models, and I haven't seen any hate comments pointed towards their customer service department, which is always a good sign. That's what I like to see. But anyway, all of the signs point to these guys sticking around. And so if you do pick one of these up and you have some problems or issues in the future, I think you'd be okay. All right, so the next question is, how fast can it go? That seems to be one of the most popular questions I get on my channel, so let's dive into that. Like most scooters in this price range, it only has a single motor, which is a 500 watts. And then there's 3 speed modes. The first mode tops out at 4, the second 9, and the third 18 miles per hour. 18 miles per hour is on the high end for a single motor scooter, so I am happy with that speed. Next up is hill climbing ability, which is a struggle for most single motor scooters, but not so much with this one. I took it up a 12% grade and it brought me to the top. It was a little bit slow. I dipped down to, I think it was like 6-7 miles per hour. I've tested many brands in this price range and most are about 8 to 10. Anything above 10 and it just doesn't have the power to make it. But again, this made it up a 12% grade, so another pass for hill climbing ability. Moving on to number 4, how far can it go? First off, there's a 36 volt, 15.3 amp hour battery. Once I charged up the battery, I took this on a range test. My average speed was 17 miles per hour and my app recorded 19.45 miles with 900 feet of elevation gain. Almost 20 miles for my 190 pound frame is a good range for a single motor scooter. The Pro does have a range rating of up to 34 miles, so if you're a little bit lighter than me, that's what you can expect. And then number 5 is, how does it compare to the competition? Now, the scooter I'm going to be comparing this one to is a brand that you guys probably have heard of. It's a smaller brand called Segway. It's the Segway Max, which is one of the most popular selling scooters for the same price as the Pro. As far as things that are identical between the two scooters, you have the same top speed of 18 miles per hour. Both of them took me up the same size hill, close to the same speed, and both had close to the same range of around 20 miles. Now, Segway did take me a few miles beyond what the Pro did, but my average speed was faster with the Pro than it was with Segway. So it's kind of sixes as far as range. The ride and feel are also very similar, and the noise that each scooter makes, or I should say the lack of noise. In fact, Segway is a little bit louder. With the Pro, it's pretty much silent. Whether you're climbing or going flat out on the road, there's just very little noise coming from this. Everything just feels nice and solid. A few more things that I liked about the Pro is how lightweight it is. It's just under 50 pounds. And so if you do want to hop up on a curb, it's very easy to do that. Unlike the Segway, this has a front fork suspension. I like that because you don't have to lift it up if you hit a part of the sidewalk that's uneven, or a curb when you're going from road to sidewalk. The front fork does a nice job of absorbing that impact. The other thing I like is that the motor is in the rear rather than in the front, which just protects it more. The last thing about comfort are the self-healing tires, which is what you also get with the Segway. And it's a very soft rubber as well, which does a nice job of taking care of these smaller vibrations. As far as brakes, you got 3 different braking mechanisms. You got a drum in the front, a disc in the rear, and then you have electronic brakes. And the electric brakes are nice and smooth, even when I turn them up to the highest level in the app. If you're looking for an entry-level scooter, this is a good option. It checks all 5 boxes. If you have any questions about it, hit me up in the comments. As always, I appreciate you guys hopping on here and checking out my content, and have a good day.